3 years to know what you're looking at there. So we put the tags on there. Now, to start air layering, and I will do this in a minute, you can use a pocket knife, you can use a razor blade. It just depends on what you're more comfortable in using. But you've got to leave room, and so I'm going to show you what we actually have to do. You've got to be able to put this cup around here. So with this one, after we decide where we're going, we'll figure out which limb we're going to let it sit on. But you want to be sure that you're not catching it where there was a limb you've cut off, and that it will go around. And we go up so that the cup is going to be like this, and just imagine that we're still on the plant, and you want it upright, but we've got to do something to make this happen. We've got to scrape it. We've got to take off all of the outer bark there, and you don't want the green there. You want to clear it up so that you're looking at sort of a white area. Is the best way to describe it. And we go totally around the stem there. So we want to go around that, and you want it to be up high enough that the cup is, the sphagnum moss is going to be on it, and the cup is going to be resting on a limb there. So let's look. We usually say about 2 inches, but if you go right above, I'm going to say, I'm going to mark this. I'm going to have to mark it a second time. That's fine. Okay, let's try not to make a mess in here. We'll have to clean up. You see what we do? Just go around, but you've got to go all the way around this now.
How long is the area that you're scraping?
I'd say an inch and a half. Is that about
Yeah.
right?
Just about an inch and a half.
This is where a lot of times a razor blade will come in and see what, then you rough it up. I'm still going all the way around it in just a minute, but you're getting rid of
Is there reasons?
dropping mess.
No, you just don't do this, I'm sure.
All right, can people in the back see what this sort of looks like? Okay, I've tried to clean it to the point, and this is, we leave some of the rough on here. This has got a little more green than I really normally, and I guess I'm gonna have to get the broom before I go.
Don't worry.
There is a trash can. I've made a mess now. I'll clean it up later. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to put some root tone on it after we have taken the bark off. And put the root tone on. Take an old toothbrush, and I've always put it on with my finger, but as we learned over the years that it is toxic, so that you shouldn't do this. So we're now recommending that you use a toothbrush. I said something to one of my kids about this, and Marcy said, "You never told me that. I still do mine the other way." And I said, "Yeah, well, I didn't know at the time." So what we do is, and I'm going to just stick this in here so that it's down. And I divide root tone and put a small amount in old bottles and use, after I have done this, putting a wet toothbrush in there, I throw away the rest of it. So that is not the best way to do it, but I don't know what else to do when you stick it in there. You can pour some. We've tried pouring it in the top, and it just makes a mess. So the best thing is to divide out what you have in a container and use that up, and then rinse this out and get a new container. And I don't remember what root tone is, but it's maybe $4 a bottle.
That's not much.
And it's not much. You can get